Morning, guys. Welcome to Home Gym Prague. This is James. This morning, bringing you a short physio session. I'm going to be doing some more work on my lower back. So I do have some sciatica that I'm dealing with, and so unfortunately, because of that, I'm not really able to do some normal training sessions so much. But I'm able to do a few things, but really my focus is on physio and recovery, and so I'm going to be doing just a short workout for that today. I'm going to be including some work on the elliptical machine, so I want to do a little bit of that, and then starting with some floor work for my lower back, some work on the elliptical machine. Going to be doing some back extension holds on the back extension, and then maybe throwing in a few other exercises after that. But it was kind of short on time this morning. So we'll kind of have to see how long it takes and how things go. But what I'm doing also right now is I'm getting my music ready. Going to be rocking out to some Christian metal, Christian rock music. It's pretty good. And let's go ahead and get started. So starting off, laying on the mat, laying on my elbows. I'm going to start pushing up, kind of releasing the lower back a little bit. So unfortunately, I think the music I'm listening to right now is probably copyrighted. Would love to put this on YouTube though. It's some fun. Some of this rock music is definitely my jam. Do kids even say that nowadays? My jam? I'm getting old. Here we go. You know, I might do this. Might turn this to the side in a second. So up on my hands and knees. From here, we're going to be doing some pelvic rotations. So usually right when I get up in the morning, I have some stiffness and soreness in my lower back. And it's pretty normal. As much as I try to sleep in the best position possible, sometimes I move around during the night, sometimes I start sleeping in a good position, and then I find myself waking up in a different position that's not as good for my lower back. But it's not really much I can do to control that. So overall, the most important thing I believe when it comes to recovery from something like sciatica is the consistency, getting up, doing even just a few physio exercises a day. It doesn't have to be a long physio session, but just putting the work in over time and slowly getting better. All right, so from here, now we're gonna go side to side. Pushing out the hip, kind of sitting back a little bit, sitting back slightly, very slightly sitting back and pushing the hip out to the side. All right, there we go, and just a couple more times. Now, gonna lay down, gonna flip over. Flipping over like a pancake. We haven't done Sunday pancakes in a while. It's probably a good thing. I don't need pancakes right now. So last night I was out with my parents visiting Prague at the moment. And had a dessert crepe with banana, vanilla, and chocolate. It's absolutely amazing. What's tricky is I'm eating more sweets than I was when I was working out normally, and I'm doing less in the gym than I was working out normally because I'm in process of recovery. But yeah, from this position, just doing some hip lifts, coming down, and slowly bring the hips down, pushing up. It actually feels pretty good this morning. Okay, and now, right now on 2 feet, but I'm actually going to switch over. Now, the order of exercises for these doesn't really matter that much. It's just basically putting my hips and lower back through various ranges of motion or through various motions. So working and activating the muscles in the glutes, the hamstrings, and on the back extension a little bit, of course, focusing more directly on those lower back muscles, more about activation than hypertrophy. You know, getting the muscles in the lower back working, getting them a bit stronger. Now, we talk about strength. You know, getting muscles stronger. Of course, there's a growth element to muscles getting stronger, but it's also neurological. It's getting the muscles activated to do certain things and to work together in a certain way. Okay. So right now, yeah, just doing some single legs, hip lifts. I still have. Notice I'm pushing off with one foot. I still have the other foot. I've actually put my heel on the ground, so supporting me a little bit. So I'm trying to be careful because lately with my back, it's very up and down, and I do think the physio is helping for sure, but it's more to do with some things in life. Like, we made a big trip to Argentina recently, where it's 13 hours on a plane. 6 hours in a bus, hours in a car, just all those hours of sitting, and especially in the car was the worst part. Especially we got to the area we're staying. Concordia, Argentina doesn't have the best roads, you have a combination of pavement roads with potholes, pavement roads with big dips for some reason, and then dirt roads. So, yeah, we were on the smooth, like the highway there was mostly smooth except for some potholes. But then we get into the town and it just kind of depends, and it could be. I already found the position for me sitting in a car, especially for sitting for a longer period of time, is not comfortable at all. Something that thankfully living in Prague, I get to avoid that. The things in Prague though that I think are not the greatest for my back. One is I'm getting on the tram sometimes, having to stand on the tram sometimes. The way it can kind of jerk around, that's not great. When I do my castle tour, sometimes I'm in a rush to get people on a tram, and sometimes the trams are crammed, and so I end up kind of in an awkward position there. Especially since I'm usually the last person to get on the tram, because I'm trying to get people from my group on the tram first, and then other people getting on, and I'm just kind of squeeze myself in there to get on the tram to lead my group up to the castle. And coming down from the castle also is a big hill. I think walking downhill isn't good for my back. It doesn't seem to be. It seems to sometimes make the pain a bit worse. So I have to be, and that's the whole last part of my tour. I walk downhill from the castle, so I think that's not so great. Also, walking is generally good for sciatica, but long walking with a backpack I found is not so great. And I've noticed when I wear a heavier backpack, especially when I wear a heavier backpack, then my lower back ends up being sore from it. But even wearing a not so heavy backpack, but still with some weight to it over a longer period of time, so going around the city for hours and hours doesn't seem to be so great. So that is something, but that's just what I have to do because I am a professional tour guide, and that is how I make my living right now. So that's something we gotta, just something gotta deal with. So it could be, I think it could very well be one reason why my sciatica recovery is taking longer than what it unfortunately can take sometimes. But anyway, I'm gonna do one more exercise. So I've been talking about things, but not talking about other things, but not talking about the exercises. So you can see me. Well, first of all, this exercise where I'm holding my leg like this and just extending my foot in the air. Yeah, like that. But what I'm doing now is I'm actually extending the leg and I'm actually lifting the leg up like this. And so this is basically using my abdominal muscles to lift up my leg, but is also putting some motion into the lower back area. So the thing is, it's important to work the general area, not just the area right around my sciatica specifically, but to work the other muscles around it. That includes the abdominal muscles, that includes the glutes, that includes even the hamstrings, even a little bit of the upper back as well. Because you gotta realize the muscles of your body are very interconnected, and oftentimes they function together in different ways. And one side might be pulling, one side might be one side your muscles might be pulling, while the other side your muscles will be stretching, and vice versa. So like right now, to do this leg lift, my abdominals are what's actually pulling my leg up, but then there's a tiny bit of a stretch into pulling in my glutes, my hamstrings, and lower back. So I'm activating my abdominal muscles, working my abdominal muscles to lift the leg, but I'm also pulling and stretching a bit with the back muscles. But I'm going to do just a few more of these. And after the floor work, I'm going to jump on the elliptical. I've been slowly trying to do some longer bouts on the elliptical, so see how that goes this morning. I'm going to do, not such a long period on the elliptical, but we'll get to that in a moment. First, there's one other exercise. I want to get back up. One other exercise I forgot to do, or I was thinking of doing, but then I forgot to do it. So right here, I'm going to be up on all fours again. This time with my knees closer together, actually one knee down, lifting the leg up. And I think I just kicked something. Yep. Oh, yeah. I'm hitting the Smith machine bar behind me. Smith machine that I would like to be able to start using again more. Tried a few exercises with the Smith machine, but would love to go back to doing regular training with it. I like my Smith machine, my cables, ton of exercises I'd like to do right now, or like to get back to doing. See, I didn't only have some short clips from my other regular workouts before my sciatica, where I was using some of the equipment in the gym, and I was definitely doing more with these pieces, more with the cables, more with the Smith machine. Okay, so switching legs, lifting up. Okay. All right, so next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be laying on the side. I'm actually going to be using my yoga blocks for this. So I'm going to have one block for my head, right here, and one block I'm going to start putting between my knees. I'm going to do it like such, right here. And what I'm gonna do, so I have the block between my knees. Now first I'm gonna go back and forth with my, gonna be taking this knee right here, gonna be pushing it back and forth, forward and back. So really moving the muscles in the back right here. So yeah, so kind of going back and forth with my hips. Now, next thing I'm gonna do is gonna do a few of these. Okay, then, so now I've got, again, got my knee, or got the block right between my knees. I'm gonna be going right here, lifting up the foot, giving some rotation to the hip area. Yep, right there. All right, here we go. I'll do a few more repetitions, and then I'm going to, okay, so I'm gonna put this yoga block down. Now this, I'm gonna put the bottom knee, I'm bending and sticking out like this, and then straightening my back leg. Now my hip right here, I'm pushing, so right now I'm pushing the right side of my hip a little bit forward, and I'm bringing my heel, not just thinking of lifting my leg straight up right now, but I'm thinking about pushing back with my heel at the same time. So I'm kind of pushing, not pushing so much this way, but pushing more this direction with the leg. So really activating and using the glute muscle right now. Yeah, so yeah, really important to keep the hip. Yeah, what you don't want to do is kind of have the hip back like this, where you're not doing like this. It's not like this. You're gonna be pushing the hip forward and lifting up in the back like this. Okay, yeah, so I'm starting to feel that in my hip area. All right. Yeah, so this one, now most of these exercises I'm not trying to go close to failure, but this one right here, I am trying to, getting to the point where right here I could feel it getting really tired, getting really worked. Okay, oh yeah, whoo, yeah. I can feel that in the side of my glute. All right, switching over, doing the other side. So again, forward and back, rotating the pelvis, pushing the knee forward and back. Now, I'm using the yoga block for this, but I could also be using a foam roller for this. Just the foam roller that I have isn't the best for this type of exercise. It's more of a hard foam roller where a little bit, well, foam rollers are, I'd have to show you the foam roller for you guys to see what I mean, but yeah, the yoga block works very well. All right. Now I can actually feel the exercise getting harder on this side because my hip on the right side is a little bit more tired. So it's really kind of fatiguing both sides of the hip a little bit. But it's good to give the muscles some work there because those are muscles that do support the lower back. And overall helps as far as strengthening the area and building up around the area that's hurt. Do a couple more times, lifting the leg up, lifting the foot up actually. So I'm squeezing my knees together, but I'm lifting my foot up. All right, so again, walk down. Okay, right here, pushing my hip forward and pushing my heel back a little bit and raising the leg. Ooh, yeah. So there, I'm starting to feel the burn on this one. I feel the burn on the side of my hip, right in here. Woo. I'll do a couple more. I'll try to lift up. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 4. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'll lay on my back again a little bit, right there. I'll just do some small pelvic rotations right here, and then gonna get up and jump onto the elliptical. So I got to be honest with you guys. I've always had a struggle with trying to do cardio. I usually have a hard time making it fun, finding motivation. I would say generally for me, doing cardio, I find it a bit boring. I know some people love doing cardio. For me, I get really bored doing cardio. Cardio is kind of a necessary thing, in my opinion, a really important thing for health and general fitness. And so I've had to find ways to motivate myself and also find ways to entertain myself, let's say. It's more about not being motivated to want to do the cardio like I want to do the cardio because I know the benefits, but it's more how to not get bored and how to, kind of give myself some excitement while doing the cardio. And so what I actually do is I've started this a while back, is start watching Dragon Ball Z videos during my cardio sessions. So yesterday I did some time on the elliptical. It was a very short time. It was about 6 minutes, which I know is a very short amount of time, but earlier on when I was having a lot of pain in my lower back, a lot of sciatic pain especially down through my right leg, I could barely do a couple minutes without pain. So my usual amount of time on the elliptical when I was just doing normal training was around 10 minutes. I'm trying to get back to that, and then even trying to go beyond that a little bit. It'd be good to do some longer cardio sessions. But I thought to watch what's happening with my sciatic pain. If it gets worse, then I need to slow down, and it's kind of going day by day. It can be a bit frustrating at times. Too many cats act up, you moving shady, it gon' stack up. They don't really love you if you really bout it. That's my way for real, but God got me about it. I'm walking with the ghost, going high. So going pretty smoothly so far. I think I'm gonna shoot for 8 minutes this morning. We ever on that Midas, we gon' tell him that he did it. 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 Y'all done short the boy the plan, can't sinning have made me a victim of night, but walking free. Christ King, this don't egg a dollar. Better know the devil ain't blocking me. Satan flipping, putting me to sleep. Steve tripping, they ain't seen me. And gray clothes tricking in the washer. Not a draw. No! My phone just fell down. Your flesh knows, gotta ask those if it got path that you walking on. If we all stay in the same place 10 years, what it really going on? Light slap me in the face, God give me grace. Now you back to show me song. That's why I said I'm walking with the ghost, going higher than I ever been. I'm up 2-stepping. That's my sweet flower this morning. Going to help me out, coming to rescue me from the boredom of cardio. Olympic. If we ever on that Midas, we gon' tell him that he did it. He did it. He did it. He did it. Look, when you're doing cardio, if you have a hard time doing cardio, if you don't like doing cardio, there's ways you can find to either motivate yourself to do cardio or at least distract yourself during cardio to make the time pass more easily. So right now, we're already past 6 minutes, and I've been mainly watching my video, mainly focused on that. Not really seeing the time go by. About 6.5 minutes. You know what, I said I might do 8 minutes. I think I might make it 9 minutes. I'm feeling pretty good this morning. They wanted the man, I showed them the land. Was chilling for real, trying to work on my healing, but then they start acting like boy couldn't rap. I feel like way I get rock with a slap. Alright. A few more seconds. I'm feeling good, but I don't want to push it today. Let's go to 9 minutes and that'll be good. I just did 9 minutes on the elliptical. I thought about got to a point where I was starting to think about maybe doing a bit longer, but I think the 9 minutes was good for today. I don't want to try to push things too hard, too fast. The thing about recovering from an injury, it's I'm gonna use a very overused saying, but it is. All right, here we go. Back extension. So first, supporting myself with the handles. Okay, so we go just my back on its own, just holding. Life putting pressure on our brother right now. 24 years, but it's heavy right now. Trying to find my way, stay steady right now. Out of folk, they say they want peace. Be the one that cut you in a pieces. Thought I'm praying, I need a relief. Call the priest so he give me some Jesus. And that chasing people had me out of place. Chasing God got me on some grace. I need favor, man, I've been at to pray. Cause all my favors, man, I've been at to pay. I know God got a purpose for my soul. Till I die, no. I just been getting my goal. Tell them all they can't hold. Okay, I'm gonna support myself again. Should go a little bit longer. Never know we can take, cause if God in it, just a toe. God in it, I'm gonna make it. God in it, I'ma make it. Game time, I'm on Naismith. True peace. Okay. I think that's good for today. That's good for today. Yeah, if you're having a hard time motivating yourself in the gym watching Dragon Ball videos, I recommend it. It's fun. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's it for today. It was just a short physio session with a little bit of cardio and some back extension holds, which is part of my rehabilitation. Anyway, that just wanted to give that short workout and wish you guys a blessed day. I'm gonna go off now to church with my wife. We're having today is Mother's Day, and my wife is actually she is technically right now a mother. So looking forward to that. Anyways, one more thing, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I just want to give a quick shout out to my friend Iffy and Soa. Actually let me use some of his music for my videos, and he's a really cool guy, really talented artist. Go check him out on Spotify. Anyway, thank you guys and have a blessed day. And they've been at now. Them shackles off.